However, unfortunately, the town that I live, Fort Myers Beach, for 28 years, has taken an approach of collective myopia. What that basically spells out is you're turning a blind eye to ecological disasters. We are to blame if we, as a community, don't face this head on. We deserve everything we get, economically and emotionally and everything else when it comes to the quality of the water that is the lifeline of our lives here. If we do nothing, we are a part of the problem. So, you know, I really want to echo the thoughts of Mr. Narcello there that it should be 5,000 people out here. And I want you people to know, from the east and the west, I personally will not stop fighting this cause. I may have taken a couple lumps over the head as a result of speaking up the way Carol has explained as well. But that does not affect me, because I know what I'm doing is right. Just like you folks out there know what you're doing is right. You wouldn't have traveled hundreds of miles from the East Coast to be here today unless you fully believe in what you're doing. So, give yourselves a round of applause. The idea that I want to really drive home is, let's not let them drive us to the point where we look like crazy tree huggers. We're not crazy tree huggers. We're community people. We're standing up for our community. The only reason we went to D.C., the only reason we went to the state capitol was to have a voice for our community. So when it comes to this town in particular, I would hope they would grab onto the curtails of the East Coast, ride their momentum, speak to people, come out of the shadows, Fort Myers Beach. If you don't, we won't much have a future here. We're trying to fight for a 20-year program. The 20-year program is, I want my daughter to be able to bring her daughter someday to this beach. It starts right here with us. If we have a mentality of, oh, the water's always brown, what's the big deal? We're only defeating ourselves. At one point, early in this program, when it comes to the water being polluted, I actually had people telling me that it was my fault for the water being brown. So I don't have much power, and I certainly can't turn water brown. But I can do one thing. I can honestly speak up about it. And when it comes to this community, the East Coast, and all of Florida, I will not shut my mouth until we are heard collectively. I appreciate everyone in the crowd here today. I want to give a shout out to my daughter, who is not here presently, but she wanted to make sure I made mention. She's fallen in love with you people just the way you've fallen in love with her. And she sent a message here today that mimics what she had to say in Washington, D.C. Plan 6 is the fix. Yeah! Now, we as a community of Fort Myers Beach, we have a decision to make today. We either face this head on, or we basically die as a community. What the experts are agreeing upon when it comes to natural resource directors and our greatest minds of ecology here locally are saying once the water clears, the light will be able to shine through for the first time in months. There's nothing down there protected down there. The only thing down there is bacteria and nutrients. What we're expected to see here in the next month or two is the biggest algae bloom that you will ever see. Okay, that sounds like a terrible thing, but maybe that's exactly what we need to happen here on Fort Myers Beach to wake up. Maybe we need to be hit right in the gut when it comes to our finances. Maybe we need to actually have it affect us personally to get involved. We don't do this because we're people who want to speak and be seen and be heard and have any kind of ego factor to it. We are doing this because we care collectively. So I applaud the East Coast, I applaud the West Coast, I applaud all of the speakers here, because without you guys, no one's going to get the message. So we carry on, and I thank you all for being here. Let's go to the beach and have some fun.